Hello everybody, and welcome to the second episode of the series for the Arc Dev Kit. This is setting up your first mod. I will be going over the different methods you're going to need to use to set up your directories and everything like that for your primal game data, your test game, and your test mode, and your level. So it's pretty simple, so we'll get right into it. So once you get into the dev kit, you're going to want to go down to where it says mods. You're going to want to right click, make a new folder, and we're going to just name this one E02. You can name it anything you want, but what I'm going to tell you right away is whatever you name this folder, you want to make sure this name is kind of cool with you, because if you change this name later and you have like 2 gigabytes worth of crap, it's going to be a nuisance. It's going to take at least an hour to rename every single file to have that directory name. So whatever you name this, you want to have it where you're happy with it. Now I know I have a lot of other folders here because obviously I make a lot of different things, but everybody has the same thing. You have a generic mods folder. In here you will find 3 different files. You will have the test game mode, you'll have the primal game data, and you'll have the generic mod. You're going to want to click all of them, and you're going to want to drag, copy into your new created folder. You want to click copy here. Do not click move here because then you'll just move it over. It's kind of self-explanatory. When you get into this, it's going to show the little symbol. That means it needs to be saved. If you save it right now, it's going to kind of be a little funky because of the fact that you got the same name as something else, so it might like give you some issues down the road. So the easiest thing you want to do is take the name for the level, and you're just going to name it whatever your directory's name was. For the primal game data and the test game mode, you want to kind of leave the end of it whatever the name of your directory is. So primal game data BP YouTube is going to be mine, but you want to utilize your name in the file, not like mine. Takes a little longer, by the way, to save the renamed level compared to these two. So all I'm doing here is just deleting generic mod and adding in the name of my directory, because this is the name of your mod. So pretty much this is going to show up in game when they load into it. So you don't want to have it just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because they see this. Now, what's very important, because a lot of people run into issues, it's just going to utilize what's in the files. So remember that you need to have any files in your mod in this file. I want you guys to understand that this isn't like, oh well, I can utilize this or this or this. No, everything for your mod needs to be in the mod folder. That includes textures, skeleton meshes, anything. So remember that you don't want to ever depend on another folder having your files in it, because it'll be missing and you'll have unhappy customers and everything like that. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go into where your primal game data is. You need to, at this point, link the test game mode and the primal game data, because right now this one's going to be running the generic mod. You get what I'm saying, because of the fact that this is just still a copy of the original generic mod. So if we open this, we're going to see the generic mod that you get. It's going to have no additional engrams, and it's going to have all the engrams that you need. If we type in mode, you'll see test game mode. We're going to change that to the new one that we created and click the arrow button. If you click the magnifying glass, it's going to search for the one that's in this box. You click X, obviously it's going to delete it. Now that we have that done, we're going to just exit out of this filter. We're going to go to where the mod name is, and we're going to name whatever our mod is. Obviously mine's YouTube. And after you've gotten that accomplished, you want to click strict compile, and then save. I know some people will tell you just click save and then compile, but sometimes if you hit this button, it freezes you, but it doesn't always save it. So it's sometimes better to have the strict compile at least done. So I mean, some people may disagree with me, but I personally do strict compile and then save. Next, you're going to want to go into your level. It's going to ask me if I want to delete a whole bunch of crap. I don't really care right now. Um, Pretty much, it's just going to ask you to delete anything that's in your, or save anything that's in your test game mode that you might have changed or altered. Once you're in the test mode level, it's just blackness. It's nothing. It's a black level because it's nothing. The only thing that matters is the world settings. Now, if your world settings is not available, like if you see an empty box over here, you want to click Window, go down to World Settings, make sure it's checked by clicking it. Once you click it, you'll see this box show up. We're going to scroll down just a little bit, and you see where it says Primal Game Data Generic Mod. We're going to go over to where the Primal Game Data is, and we're going to put that in. Now if we look, it says YouTube at the end. That means that it is correctly set up. But at this point, the YouTube level itself is not saved. So if you were to compile or anything like that, this wouldn't be correct. It would still be using the generic mod one. So you want to make sure you go down up to Save All. Once you have that saved and everything like that, you will have a completely set up base to your mod. You will have everything that you need to be able to start setting things up the way you want. Most people don't, just like a heads up by the way, most people don't edit this test game mode. If you go down to here, you will see like a mode down here. See game mode. See, it doesn't really use one normally, but if you want to edit that kind of stuff, you can, and I'll be having that in the tutorial, but I'm not going to have that in this one. So now that that's accomplished, everything is saved. You have your 3 main files that you need to mod, and we can continue to the next tutorial, which is setting up our first useless resource. Hope to see you guys in the next tutorial. Check you guys out later.